Do you know the moment where you knew you wanted to become a wrestler?
Yeah. Truly, I wanted to be a wrestler since I was a kid. But I feel like when my dad passed away, there was something for me because I was a daddy's girl, always with him, tomboy of the family. So there was something that died with it, when he passed away. But um, I think the moment I realized was coming out of some really deep trauma recently, um, and having to hone into who I am and what I know for myself. Something that really came to me was like healing my inner child. And I met some people that I was at Reality of Wrestling with, and I started getting in the ring just to like do some stuff. I don't know. And kind of just had a moment in there where I was like, oh, oh, hey, old friend. Like it clicked. And I was like, this is what I remember. And I also feel so close with my dad in that ring. Like it's eerie. It's a little eerie, to a sense where um I think just going to Reality of Wrestling, seeing Booker and being around people who truly are like, yeah, girl, you're natural at this. And I'm like, thank you. And it's awesome. It's the support system and it's just kind of refining myself again. I think that's really made me want to finally commit to this and be ready to make my own legacy.
And your sister was a wrestler too, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she was. She went by Raquel Diaz. She was at FCW. Um, but I think that Shaw and what she does now is truly her calling because she's so amazing at what she does. She was an amazing wrestler. I watched some of her matches as well, but um, there's a lot of pressure to us girls as his daughter. And I think the one thing I always wanted was to make sure it was right when it was time. It's nothing to force. And I'm not saying she forced it. She was really good at it. But I think Shaw had a lot of pressure on her. You know, she carries a lot of weight. She's gone through more than I have, and she knows more than I do, and she's seen more than I have with my dad and the wrestling. And so I feel with Shaw, she took it as being the older sister that she had to go do that. And even if it didn't, continue further, she literally is still making her legacy and like her impact as his daughter. And she does beautiful tributes to him. And I'm truly proud and I support everything she's doing because it's like, oh, she fought. She did what a Guerrero would do. She kept going. She didn't let it take her away from it. And yeah, no, she did wrestling, but who she is now, I think, is really who Shaw is. She's amazing.
Did she give you any pointers, any tips when you decided this is what you want to do?
Um, I think, well, obviously, I think we all know what my dad would say and what me and her say to each other is always do it with your heart. Because if you're not doing it with your heart, it's not gonna go. She's a great big sister. She just wants me to be safe and protect myself. That's all. And she knows what's coming because it happened to her and it's happened our whole lives. Even as kids, we saw people, take advantage of this name or come around just to kind of be a part of it. And so something that I have to hone into that she's helped me with is knowing who we are, who dad taught us to be. And as long as we do that, I think that we're good to go. Wherever we go, it's got me here. So that's good.
And of course, your mom, Vicky, of course, went
Mm,
on to do some amazing things in the wrestling business as
yeah.
well. Manager, general
Yeah.
manager. What's her thoughts on you stepping
Yeah.
into the world?
She was a great annoying manager. Everyone hated her. That's what she did her job. Um, yeah, props to her because she had to go into it to support us for sure. And I'm blessed that they gave her that opportunity. Literally runs in the family, and I even learned stuff from her, you know. Um, Still being around it and then seeing her go into it, and, you know, she got tombstone a couple times and got her little bumps in, but as far as like the character aspect, it helps me even, you know, find my character and how it's gonna be nowadays, which y'all will just have to wait and see. But no, yeah, she did great, and she really took the reins on, you know, honing into this business, even though she was just a scrapbooking, stay-at-home, crafty, cool mom to a WWE superstar. That was crazy, but she did it. So yeah.
And so you're learning from your parents and your sister about the stuff, the tricks and the tips and everything like that. So you get to reality of wrestling. You're studying under Booker T and Charmel,
Yeah.
very passionate about the industry. And
Oh, so passionate. Oh.
when you're in there, you're learning from them what kinds of things. I know you mentioned something a bit ago, but what are things that you would say, pieces of advice that they're giving you that are sticking with you now?
Oh yeah. Well, I think we all know, you know, industry is not going to be easy, but the one thing you got to do is know your place. Know your place humbly. Um, but also be confident in what you're doing. You know, we're all there for a reason. With seeing Charmel, I think not only the way she holds herself is truly so inspiring and motivational. Um, I they show you that it's more than just wrestling. It's, you know, they don't kick their feet up. They are in there. They Book comes in and he'll be in classes and he'll tell students like this what you need to do. He's there and he's watching and he's being upfront and straight up with you on what you need to do. And I think that's already so important to not just be back. You're there and you're in center. And Charmel too. She's there with the students, the workers, making sure things are in place. Like they're hard workers. And I also know the love they had for my dad, and I feel it, but they treat me as normal as everyone else, and I'm so appreciative of that. The work ethic they show us, you know, they say you don't need talent to be on time, be respectful, be coachable. They have these rules on their door, and none of them require talent. And I'm gonna say like that sticks with me. Walking in there, you have a standard. They hold you to a standard, but they don't make anyone feel less than. They make everyone feel equal, and that's something I know that I appreciate. And you know, when my dad went over there, they said that people who were there when my dad visited say that my dad just made everyone feel just as welcome. And I'm like, okay, like the environment matches, and knowing them from when I was little, it doesn't veer off from the people they are. They're such good people.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? What is it that they say? 90% of life is about just showing up.
Yeah, literally just show up. And one of the coaches, Clay, he's awesome. He's really been very patient, and also Ryan Davison. And the one thing they tell me when I'm like, hey, you know, what can I do to just, you know, fix this or do this? They're like, great, get a pen and paper. And they write, keep showing up. I'm like, all right, I get it. I get it. I get it. So no, from Ryan, Oz and Clay, like the coaches, they are truly a picture from what Booker and Sharmell have taught them and from what they've also learned on their own wrestling careers, because they're all amazing wrestlers who wrestled elsewhere as well. And they're at Book School. And it's just like one huge, powerful freaking tornado of all this wise advice and great energies too. So yeah, it's a great school.